I think. Streaming. Testing. We're gonna get that dog. We're gonna hear my dog a little bit. There we go. Hey everyone, just getting started up here. Well, this is the 1 Cent Sports Cards AUTO-PALOOZA break. Getting started, just setting up some, technological stuff. Let me see here. That all seems to be working. Stream is up. Great. So, welcome everyone. Here's what we're doing today. A little bit of a different break this week. Should be fun though. What I'm calling it is the AUTO-PALOOZA break. And with the AUTO-PALOOZA break, what it is this is a box, and I actually have more than one of these depending on how many people want to buy in. This is a box of Panini Elite Extra Edition. It just came out, I'm pretty sure it just came out last week. This is a hobby box. And what it has in it, it's got 5 packs, and it's got 8 autographs and 2 memorabilia cards. So each one of these is guaranteed to have an autograph, and some of them have more. And then other ones have memorabilia cards in them. So we'll be breaking that. And then for each person that buys in, basically you can buy a pack out of the box. And for each person that does do that, I'm also throwing in a pack of 2019 Topps Update Series. And so that I will also be throwing in there. So a little bit about Panini Elite Extra Edition. I did a video, kind of a first look video on this about a week ago. And what it is it is a prospect driven set, very much like your Topps, or not Topps, but the Bowman draft set. And the Bowman draft set, that's been a pretty popular one, but this would be like the parallel version that Panini does. So it's got a lot of draft prospects. It's got something that, it's also got Dominican prospects out of the Dominican Prospect League. It also has the USA baseball team in here. So it's a little bit more comprehensive when you talk about prospects. But it does have all the draft picks. And it does have some other prospect stars in here. So we did an in-depth video of this. The neat thing about this set is the relics are awesome. So even if you did, so even if you only pull one autograph in a box, the relics on these tend to be really cool. They're like cut relic. I'll show you guys one here in a minute. I think I have one set aside. But if I recall correctly, this thing is, yeah, here it is. So here's what so even the relics in this set are really cool. This is a C.J. Abrams. He's a San Francisco. This is actually numbered to 49. That's the other thing about this set. These are all, hey, truth be told, what's going on? These are all, every card in this whole box is numbered 999 or less. So it's a much shorter run than your Bowman draft is. But as you can see on this relic, I mean, you get a huge patch in the back. And this kind of die cut, it says the exact pick that they were in the draft. Just a really sweet, really thick. And then it's numbered to 49 on top of that. Just a really clean card. The reason I decided not to do like a 30-team break in this is you do get a lot of the Dominican League. Some of these players actually are still in the Dominican League, so it's a little bit deeper. But some other highlights in this set. Hey, David, Isaac, how's it going? Tony, how's it going? And then, so yeah, so some of the other highlights in this set, for those of you that didn't see the video where I had posted some of this first look, there's a giant rainbow in regards to parallels. There's everything. I mean, when I say giant, I think there's like 9 different parallels, but there is, some of the inserts include like the collegiate ticket. So this includes players that are actually like, in this instance, it's the USA baseball team. So this is the collegiate national team. And then there's also like die cut cards. I mean, this card's fantastic. And the one thing I do like is on the back, it actually tells you exactly, you know, in 2008, free agent, when they were signed, if they were drafted, what round they were drafted in, so on and so forth. So that is, and then it's probably kind of hard to see on this one, but this card's numbered to 99. That's another neat thing about this set. All of the cards are numbered to, hey, Cos, what's going on? All of the cards are numbered to $9.99 or less. Most of them are even less than that. You get like one or two of what you would call a base in each pack. But most of them will be numbered less than $9.99. And then, like, here's another one of those collegiate tickets. This is actually an orange version, which these are actually out of 10. For whatever reason, this one isn't numbered, but the orange are numbered out of 10. There's only 3 in the color rainbow for these, and this is for the Clemson Tigers. This is Logan Davidson. Some of these players probably have signed by now, but Panini has an exclusive deal with the collegiate team, so that's kind of an awesome thing. And then there's the Dominican. Let me see if I can find some of those. The Dominican Prospect League. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, so here's one. Elian Cortorial, and this card is another one of those die cut cards. This is the blue status parallel. It is a die cut card, and they're just, I mean, you can see these things just pop. So yeah, so here's the deal on these tonight, and we're going to do it a little bit different tonight. Because of the Dominican League and some of the collegiate teams, there's no way to do like there's no way to do a 30-team break on this. It doesn't really work. That was one thing I knew kind of going into it. So I think it's better to do it by pack. So yeah, it's $30 shipped per pack. And then on top of that, for each person that buys in, you can get there will be a random pack of 2019 Topps Update. I will throw the PayPal in. And for some reason I just went over to my YouTube studio. So let me get back into my stream. 1 second. That was fun. There we go. But yeah, so here's what I'll do. I will throw the PayPal in. So the good news on this, Isaac has actually already bought a spot in this. But since we just got started, I'm going to wait a couple minutes. So here's the PayPal. It is dphillips949@gmail. It's also on your screen. Once we get to breaking, I'll take some of that out. So Mike the Card Dude. So you're saying some of the autos are not numbered. I think every card is numbered. So like, for example, here's one, but every card is numbered $9.99 or less. I think on some of the autos, like, I think here's what you're talking about. Here's one. This is a Jaron Duran. This is for the Red Sox, a round 7 draft pick. This is a on-card auto right here. And you're right, this one isn't numbered, but every card is considered numbered $9.99 or less. So it's not like there's more of the auto card than there is of the base card. So, I did realize that, yes, like even on some of these, like on some of the draft, like the collegiate ticket, the insert cards, that they're not numbered, but orange is considered to 10. So I know that some of them don't have a number, but according to all of the checklist websites, there isn't such a thing as like a base card that isn't numbered, and you don't know how many of them weren't produced. But anyways, I think it's a really fun set. I think it's a great alternative to Bowman Draft. It's a little bit, I actually like the idea that it's more of a limited run. Obviously, Bowman Draft has a lot of panache that goes behind it. Not to knock Bowman Draft at all. I'm actually waiting on a few Bowman Draft boxes myself. And then So anyways, that's what we'll be doing. And then the other thing, as you can see, I got kind of a lot of different boxes behind us. I'm also thinking that I can do personal breaks on a lot of different stuff tonight, kind of clear out for a lot of the 2020 stuff. So some personal break stuff that we could do. And I might even be able to put together like a $5 fast break. I know that those are popular, but we'll see what we get into tonight. But if you see anything in the background that you might be interested in, just let me know and ask for details on that, and I'll let you know what we can break on those. I've got 2018 Series 2. I've got 2018 Update Series blaster or hanger boxes. I've got Topps Chrome Update. I've got Gallery. I've got regular Topps Chrome, which that's actually an HTA jumbo box. That's sitting way back here. So if you guys are interested in any of that, just let me know. So with that being said, like I had said before, Isaac has bought into this break already, and this break will be at a first come first serve basis. So so we will definitely break this in a few minutes for Isaac, because I know he's probably waiting patiently. But if anyone else wants in on this, basically on PayPal, it's going to be whoever comes in first will get their pick of the card. So Isaac is going to get his first pick of packs, and then whoever buys in second, they would get the second pick, so on and so forth. So as we go down the lane on this, and we'll see what sort of interest the Panini Elite Extra Edition. I know I've been watching a few breaks myself. Hey, chat, what's going on? And I know there's been a ton of Bowman draft going around. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. And then one other thing before I break this break that first pack for Isaac. If you guys haven't checked out our 400 subscriber giveaway video, that is live. It went live 2 days ago. We are giving away 3 pretty cool cards, 1 for the Pokemon fans, 2 for the baseball fans. But basically what are 3 prizes. I think I just said cards, but for the Pokemon fans, we're doing a Oricorio. This is a Cosmic Eclipse GX. This is out of the last Sun and Moon set. So this is kind of the end of an era. This is what the kids wanted to give away, Beck and Penny. I asked them, and they said, okay, we want to give this one away. We did one break of Cosmic Eclipse about 3 weeks ago. So they're actually giving away one of their brand new cards that they just got. I was really surprised that they did that. So that's kind of fun. The other thing is I am giving away, this is my awesome, totally cool, totally well-designed, spent hours making this. It's a $10 break credit. I actually won't mail this to you. If you win and you are in here and say, hey, can I use my break credit? I will say yes. So this won't actually get mailed to you. But if you want it that bad, I can throw it in a plain white envelope. I'll even throw it in a sweet top loader for you. Because I did spend hours making this card. But really, what everyone's looking for is the Chris Bryant Patch Auto. This is out of Topps Luminaries 2019, guys. That was one of the really high-end sets that Topps released this year. This is the Hit Kings set that was within that set. The thing, when you look close, this is numbered 9 out of 10. So we are giving this away. If you have not entered, go over to my channel, my channel's homepage, excuse me, and check out I think I've got it as my featured video on there. Find out how to enter, really easy to enter. And then the drawing for this, me and the kids will probably go live this Sunday to pull the drawing on this. We'll spin the wheel. We'll do all the fun stuff. Should be a really fun giveaway. I hope one of you guys in here can win it. And then on top of that, I did just post a video a little earlier tonight that if you become a member of our Patreon this week, I'm giving all my Patreon members not one entry, but 2 entries into this drawing. So this would be the week to get in on Patreon. We actually did have 2 people join today, and that was Zach and Tony. So Zach, Tony, in fact, Tony, you're in here right now. Thanks for joining. So definitely check that out. So anyways, enough of me shilling for the channel. Isaac, are you in here? Because I'm going to break this first pack for you to kind of show you what, some of the other cards that we can pull out of here are. And then if so, I want to make sure that you are in here before we do this so you can choose your pack. And then the other thing is we talked a little bit of baseball today. Lots of stuff going on at the winter meetings. Strasburg became a very rich man yesterday, which means Cole is going to be even a richer man later this week. I'm really hoping the Angels pull out all the stops and steal them from the Yankees. The last thing we need is the Yankees actually getting pitching, because with their hitting, if they get good pitching, they'll be unstoppable. I know there's a lot of Yankees fans in here that would love for Garrett Cole to be on the team, but Garrett Cole is a Southern California native. He could play for the best manager in the league, and he could play for the best player in the league. So I'm hoping the Angels can sell that to him, but we'll see. Isaac is in here. He says, let's do it. Let's do the update first. Okay, that's not a bad idea. So with update, I'm going to let you choose your pack. Just say from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 I have out. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can choose which one you want. And then we will crack that. And then we'll get into the Elite Extra Edition. So guys, keep in mind, you can get we'll see which one Isaac wants. And then, so Isaac says, number 1. Dear Man is saying he's good luck. Truth is telling him to behave. We're getting a little rowdy in here already, and it's still early. Okay, so we will open this first. So this is a 16-card pack. And here we go. We've got, let's get this down here. Mr. Craig Kimbrell on the Cubs. Merrill Kelly, rookie card, Diamondbacks. Martin Perez. There's a Pete Alonso. That is the rookie debut. But nice little extra bonus out of that pack. We haven't got to the middle yet either. So there's Mr. Big Meat Pete. Jesus Sucre. I'm probably butchering that last name. But Christian Walker. Scott Alexander. Queen City Kings. And there's a Thurman Munson for the Yankees. That's a nice 84 insert. Thurman Munson. 84 base insert. I do like on these ones that they give all the stats to. So that's a fun one. Here's an Austin Allen. That's a rookie card for the Padres. Then we've got Justin Bauer, who is, I think, now playing in Japan. Isaac, you got to let me know what was in the update. Wait, didn't you let me know what was in the update pack? If you didn't, let me know. For some reason, I want to say you did. I'm trying to remember, or maybe that wasn't you. Kevin Pillar, Carlos Santana home run derby, Edwin Diaz falling off the face of the closer map, Shelby Miller, and our last one is going to be Wei, boy, I don't know Japanese, Wei Chi Wang, And that is also a rookie card. So that is Isaac's update pack. So we got a Pete Alonso out of there, plus the Thurman Munson and a few other rookie cards. So all in all, not a bad pack. And then we've got it's auto time. So the other cool thing I like about this box, watch how this thing opens. It kind of opens a little bit differently. This is like, when you think, look at packaging. The packaging on baseball cards, I think, is very much like lures and fishing. I think it's designed to, the packaging is designed to catch more people than it is. So as you can see, this kind of just opens up. And it's kind of cool. It's a very sturdy box. It just kind of holds the cards in there, which is nice because they don't move around in shipping. But at the end of the day, if we just tip it over a little bit and pour them out, that is what we end up with. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this back here. And what we'll do is we're going to do, so this is top pack. So what we'll do is we'll say, once again, Isaac, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And yes, these packs are of different sizes. There's different size relics in here. There in the box I opened, there was a spacer card. So they very much try and trick you on all this. But Isaac, as soon as you let me know 1, 2, from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we will open that pack for you. And again, if anyone else wants in this break, the PayPal is on screen. Please remember to do friends and family. It is going to be $30 a spot of this shipped. Keep in mind there will be a guaranteed auto in every pack of this, and there's possible that you get more. And then if there's anything else that you see on screen that you might be interested in, just let me know. And because I'm thinking we'll do some personal breaks tonight, maybe some 2000 update, some corners out of the 2000 update series 2 box. And then there's also, I mean, boy, I got a whole bunch of stuff up here. There's Topps Chrome, HTA stuff. Isaac is saying number 2. So that is going to be this pack. So he's going with the one that looks a little bit thinner. And we will pop the rest of these over here. And we'll get started on this. So the PayPal, just so you guys, if anyone else wants into this, is dphillips949@gmail.com. And let's see what Isaac pulls. Keep in mind, every one of these cards is going to be to $9.99 or less. So, and they are a little difficult to open because this is not mine. I'm going to use the old football scissors. I'm going down Urban's Road. I remember when I opened these first ones, these were really difficult to open. So as not to damage any of the cards that aren't mine, we will crack them this way. And then go from there. There we go. I normally would never use stickers, but with packs and with kind of what these are. All right, here we go. Here we go. Our first card is going to be a die cut. And this is going to be numbered to 75. Here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to, how do I want to do this? Because I don't want to give away the auto before we get it. But this one will be, every one of these cards is going to get sleeved, by the way. This one will be Oslavius Basabi. I'm assuming Basabi, that's the way we say it. This is numbered 75. Boy, the numbers are really hard to see on this. 75 out of 75. So what this is the blue status parallel. Really sweet looking card. This is Texas. This is 2018 free agent signed from Venezuela. And we'll even read the back of these. The scouting report on Basabe should make Texas fans giddy about the long haul. It sounds like the carbon copy of all-star Elvis Andrus, a contact-oriented righty from Venezuela, lanky infielder with a strong true arm, and a burner on the bases who always picks the right spots. Sounds like a future star. So that's what they're saying on the back of this card. So that is a blue parallel. Pretty much every one of these cards is going to end up in a sleeve and a top loader. And that is the die cut blue status. There's everything from tie-dye. I actually have the checklist pulled up here. So that one is numbered to 75. So that's a nice way to start this. We do have an auto coming up next. That's the other thing. These cards are actually pretty thick too. Printed out nice stock. So there's our first one. Our second one is going to be, there we go. Oh, this is going to be a Hidden Gems. I did not pull one of these. This is out of 25. 11 out of 25. This is Logan O'Hoppe, or Hopi. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think you can. From Philadelphia. So I did not see... to some kids, getting stuck as a catcher in a little league seemed like a punishment. Not O'Hoppe being involved with every pitch is a big factor of why I love catching. This autograph, he said, just learning about the position. So this is an interesting one. HGLO, this is an insert. It's a really nice auto. It is a sticker auto. Some of them are stickers, some of them are on card. So there is, and it's kind of random. I haven't quite figured out exactly what the combination of on card to sticker is, but this is numbered out of 25. I am going to go over to the checklist just to see what the hidden gems, because I'm assuming this is an insert. So let's go over to the autographs, because this is not one that I pulled, but this is a nice status die cut. Okay, well, that's one. College, the Dominican, Future Threads, Optichrome, Collegiate National Team. Yeah, this is weird because this one's a weird one, Isaac. I'm going to go to inserts. It must be collegiate tickets, U.S. Collegiate National Team. This is an odd one. I'm going to have to do more research on this card. Well, we'll continue on, but I'm going to do more research because this is not listed on the checklist as one of their insert cards. So I'm not sure if this is like, it's definitely an insert because of the number, HGLO. So it wouldn't be considered a base, but on the checklist, I'm not seeing that this subset exists on the checklist. So that's interesting. Let me check one more place here, because I was thinking maybe it's memorabilia, but it isn't. If any of you guys have any info on that, that would be awesome. But this is for the Phillies. That is numbered to 25. So auto to 25. That is a nice way to start this pack. So we've got a 275, we've got a 225, and we've still got more to go. So what we'll do here is we'll reveal the next card. I think this next card will be a bait. Nope, it is going to be another auto. This one is on card. This is Tampa Bay, Greg Jones. This card is going to be, so 2 autos in this pack. This is a first round draft pick, 22nd overall, drafted by the Rays. So this is a nice auto. Described as having a top echelon speed by those in the Tampa Bay organization, Jones projects as a natural for center field. However, he sees his future in the infield. I'd like to say at shortstop as long as possible. I just love the position. I love going to the hole and making plays. He's a 6'2", 175, first round draft pick, drafted 22nd overall by Tampa Bay, Greg Jones. That is a nice auto. A lot of times in the prospect sets and then the draft sets, you know, it's not like football where you get drafted and next year you're playing. In baseball, it's much harder to make it to the bigs. But obviously a first round draft pick is going to have a much better shot. One, because financially they've invested more in them. And two, first round draft picks tend to be much more talented than, say, a 10th round or a 15th round. Not to say that the 15th rounders don't end up making it, but that is a sweet. So we've got 2 autos out of this pack. And there's still 2 cards left. So let's see what else we can pull out of here. Our next one is going to be one of the Dominican. Let me put this one back here. This will be one of the Dominican, and this one will be numbered to 999. This is Wesley Zapata from the Dominican Prospect League, and this is one of the reasons why we couldn't do the a 30-team break, because some of these players may still be playing for the Dominican and aren't signed, although most of the players that are in this set will be signed if they're not already. So what it says is Zapata, which by the way is an awesome last name, made a splash in the Dominican Prospect League in 2019, and scouts quickly took notice. Following that crucial first step on the baseball ladder, he is now poised for a shimmering future at the sport's highest level. So this will be one of those cards that you would want to hold on to, but I'll tell you what, this will be Wesley Zapata's first card guaranteed. So this is one of those that 2, 3, 4 years down the road, if you hang on to this and this guy ends up on a big league roster and playing well, this will be one of his most expensive cards. So that's kind of the deal. Same with Bowman Draft. This is the same type of product. And this one is also numbered, by the way, I don't know if we showed that. It's number 206 out of 999. So yeah, this is definitely one of the sets that you don't buy, sell, trade. This is a, if you think of it like stock marks, this is a stock that you hold for the future in hopes that it will go up. So that's definitely this set. Same as Bowman Draft. You got to wait a couple years for these cards to mature. So think of them like bonds. And then our last card, which will be one of the base cards in this set, is going to be a Zach Thompson for St. Louis. So this is the Cardinals. This is numbered 481 out of 999. Not sure if you guys can see that, but this is Zach Thompson. It's going to be a pitcher. Another first round draft pick card, drafted 19th overall by the Cardinals. And here's what it says about Thompson. Even pitchers as talented as Thompson don't have top stuff every game, but that's when the left-hander says he's at his best. His biggest strength is his competitiveness, he says. You have to go out there and compete. Know that you might not have your A game or command every pitch every time. So, not too familiar with Zach Thompson, but again, another first-round pick, numbered card to 999. So that is what a pack of Panini Elite Extra Edition will get you. Every card numbered, 2 autographs, 2 first-round draft picks, a die cut to 75. I mean, this, I will say one thing. I've watched enough of that Bowman Draft to know that, yes, they're nice cards. I do like them. And I get that it's Bowman. But this set right here, I don't know that you're going to pull more fire out of Bowman Draft than you would out of this. So anyways, that is the Isaac break right there. Yeah, so every card, chat, there should not be a pack that doesn't have an auto. There's 8 autographs per box in here, plus there's 2 memorabilia cards. So every pack, I think, at least so far that I've seen, every pack has at least 1 auto. And I think the way they did this is 3 packs have 2 autos, 1 pack and 2 packs have one auto and one relic card. And the relic cards are no sloughs, by the way. I actually think in the box that I opened for myself, my favorite card in the box is the relic card. Just so you know, this is the relic that I pulled out of my box. It's first round materials, so it's got a giant patch with a die cut number 6 pick overall CJ Abrams. And by the way, this thing was numbered to 49, so this is no manufactured relic that Topps is doing. You guys have probably watched enough streams to know. Yeah, the relics in this are really nice. So you guys have probably watched enough streams to know that a lot of people in the card collecting community, at least the people that collect regularly, seem to like Panini more than Topps, because Topps maybe doesn't have to be as creative with their sets. The thing Topps has is a bunch of logos all over everyone's hats. They're the exclusive partner of the MLB, so they've got rights to all that. But Panini is a lot more creative with their sets. I would agree with that. I actually think their set selection is a little bit more creative. The one thing I do think it lacks, the photography. Topps will not be outdone on photography. And there's a big, in my world, I think that's a big deal. I think that some of the photography that Panini has is okay, but I mean, when you look at like Topps Stadium Club, no one's getting the photography that Topps gets. They are paying photographers a lot of money to get that awesome shot. So anyways, so there's that. So that is Isaac's set. We'll kind of keep this out here. If anyone else is interested in buying a pack or two of these, it is $30 shipped. I get that that's a little expensive, especially this time of year. I may break a pack of these for myself too, only because I like the I'm really into this set. So and then if there's anything else you guys kind of see that behind you that you want to get into, just ask, and I'll let you know what the price on some of that stuff is, and then we can kind of do whatever tonight. And I figured we would kind of talk a little bit about the winter meetings and see what you guys think about that. I know that who was it today? Didi Gregorius got traded, or rumor is he got traded, and that he is going to. Was it the Phillies? Yes, it's the Phillies. So Didi is now headed to the Phillies. So his time in New York is up. I don't know how you guys feel about Didi headed to the Phillies, but the Phillies now have, I mean, they are stacking that team up. I think the Phillies are doing everything they can to get Bryce Harper a World Series. I don't know that they have the pitching yet, but the not a bad trade, or not a bad signing. It wasn't a trade. I'm pretty sure it's just a deal. Let me go over to MLB real fast. Let's see what they say. It's a 1-year contract worth $14 million for Didi. And it crossed off the number 2 need from the Phillies offense to-do list. Their number 1, they filled their number 1 need with the signing of Zach Wheeler. So a lot of people were saying the Zach Wheeler signing, that they're saying he could be the next Garrett Cole. I'm not buying into that, although Zach Wheeler is a good pitcher. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm going to read this. And hold on, I'm just getting caught back up just getting caught back up on the chat. So it's Zach Wheeler and Didi. I mean, they will be a good team. I still don't know that they beat the Nationals in that division. And by the way, don't count out the Mets, because the Mets have had young pitching. They've got plenty of pitching. They've got a offense that is going to rake. They had a great second, well, I'm not going to say a great second half, but a good second half. I do think that the NL West next year is shaping up to be a very, if nothing else, I'll use sports talk radio announcer, a very competitive division, which is code for it's going to be the best division in the National League. Because I still think I think the Dodgers are going to run away with the West again. I just don't think anyone competes with the Dodgers in the West, especially if the Dodgers figure out how to land Garrett Cole. Truth is, yeah, and David, you're right. Rendon could go to the Dodgers. There's a lot of talk that Rendon is going to the Dodgers. Again, it's all just talk. But the one thing I will say is when you've got when you've got a team that just won the World Series, it's a lot easier to sign the players that were on that team, because I think players get caught up in thinking we could go do that again. We've got the same team. It's different every year. So it'll be interesting to see where Rendon. You are right though, because if Rendon's not in the East, or if he ends up, I mean, I don't know what all the trade scenarios for Rendon are right now, or landing spots for Rendon are right now, but I would think he's going to sign there again. I mean, I'll tell you who's headed in the wrong direction. The Giants, they had a big signing today. They signed Zach Cozart from the Angels, and as far as I'm concerned, you guys can have him up there in San Francisco. Zach Cozart, in my opinion, was an absolute bum. He had like one good season. He's been paid for it ever since. Maybe two good seasons, but Cozart, I don't know, man. Just go look at his wins above replacement. Plus, the guy can't stay healthy anymore. So let's see. Eloy Kopech and Robert. Yeah. Well, and Mike the card dude, you are right. The White Sox are also kind of up and coming. They've also, I mean, even outside of Eloy, who's that one guy? Why can't I remember his name right now? Their lineup's actually pretty good, and they have a ton of talent in the minors. I probably would still put them a year or two away if it wasn't for the fact that they played in the AL Central, where the Indians, don't be surprised if you see Lindor traded before the start of the season. And yeah, I think the Indians are gonna fire sale that team. I think the Twins are good. I don't think the Twins are as good as they were last year. I think they overachieved a little bit last year. So the White Sox could be a interesting dark horse in that division, because I just don't think there's any true powerhouses. But we'll see where it all lands. I do know one thing: the Giants. I mean, they're going to change their fortunes with that Zach Cozart signing. The fact that that's even on the homepage of MLB.com right now is almost laughable. What that tells me is nothing happened at the outside of the Didi thing. Nothing happened at the winter meetings other than a bunch of people hobnobbing. So anyways, these were Isaac's cards, guys. If you guys want in on anything that you see in the background, like I said, I've got a Chrome HTMA box, Topps Chrome update. I've got holiday box. I've got gallery. I've got 2018 update, 2000 update series 2, or 2000 series 2, 2018 series 2. That's a breathful. I've got hobby boxes of 2019 update. So really kind of anything you guys want. We can break almost anything tonight. Yeah, Mike, Lindor, I mean, there's a lot of talk that the Indians are going to trade Lindor, and here's why. The question the Indians have to answer for themselves is their window still open or not? Do they think they've got one more year that they could go after it? I think they've got enough talent to win their division. I don't think they have enough talent to win the World Series with what all the other teams are going to do. They would need to add people. The problem is the Indians brass doesn't like to spend money, and they've always built from within, and they always have a young team. And the problem is if they don't trade Lindor now, if they end up in the middle of the season and they're in the tank and they've missed their window, they get a lot less for him at the middle of the season because the Indians will be in full-on sell mode, whereas right now he holds more value. So there's a lot of talk that Lindor may get traded at the meetings before Thursday's over. I don't know that it will happen but I also know that they ain't going to be able to pay Lindor long term, or they're not that they're not going to. It's that they're not willing to. If they were willing to, that would be a different story. And if they were willing to add maybe one more pitcher and shore up a little bit of that bullpen and some of the holes in that lineup that they have, I think they could. I think they're 2-3 players away from being one of the best teams in baseball. But it's the Indians, and that's just how that's the Indians' MO. They act like a small market team. They hope that they can win with a young core of talent, and if they don't, they have to get rid of them before they get nothing for them on the free agent market. So Lindor may be someone that you see get moved. The question, and by the way, where would he go is the real question, and what could you get for him? Because if you're the Indians, you're going to get, who knows? Maybe you're getting some of these first-round draft picks that we just pulled. That's what I would be asking for. So you could get a lot for him and keep building. But I would like to see the Indians actually go all in one more time. They were so close in 2016, and they've got a very winnable division. They've still got a good young core. I think they got a little hit by the injury bug last year, and that kind of brought them down. They sputtered out of the gate, and they had to play catch-up all season, and it caught up to them at the end. But they did climb all the way back into it. I think they've got enough to compete in that division. If they could sign a couple players and not trade everyone away, but I don't know, man. I got no faith in the Indians that they'll do that. And then there's a few other teams. It'll be interesting to see how good San Diego is this upcoming year. But with the winter meetings, it's been a little bit quiet. The Strasburg thing was kind of a shell shock. The best thing about Strasburg is the Garrett Cole sweepstakes just went up and up and up, man. Garrett Cole, I don't know that he's going to make $300 million, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it real close. And then there's other talk. There's a lot of talk of trades this year. And then the other thing is, would the Indians trade, would they trade Kluber? What are the Red Sox going to do? As far as I'm concerned, I think the Red Sox should listen to any offer for any of their players. It'll be interesting to see what the Red Sox do. But really, the Yankees not being in the World Series for the last 10 years, which everyone that's not a Yankees fan celebrates that. But if you are a Yankees fan, that is unacceptable. And what happens, by the way, Isaac, I am going to, so if you're a Yankees fan, I'm going to get these packaged up for you. These, if we don't have many breaks, I'll actually get this out for you tomorrow. I'm going to write your name on these real quick. But yeah, the Yankees not being in it for the last 10 years, or being in the World Series for the last 10 years, the Yankees are going to make moves. They've got the money now. The Yankees, as everyone knows, they're not they're not willing to, or they're totally willing to spend money. I do think that they're going to win the Garrett Cole sweepstakes. I hope the Angels can steal him from them. Artie Moreno's been known to be real quiet, and then boom, he just announces stuff, and he's done it to the Yankees before. Unfortunately, when he did it to the Yankees, I think it was Josh Hamilton, and it was a terrible signing. And who was the other pitcher we had? I'm spacing on his name, but another bust. Like every time Artie Moreno, the Angels owner's done that, it's bit him in the ass. So maybe he's learned his lesson a little bit. Did San Diego get the Tommy Pham? If so, I didn't. Well, let's see. Did I not? I do remember seeing his name. Let's look up Tommy Pham. He'll be. They did trade him. Something in the Tampa Bay Times is saying something is amiss. Padres state. Oh, is something amiss with Rays trade of Tommy Pham? Padres say they're still working through some things with results of a physical, likely concerning his elbow. So he was traded, and it's possible the trade might get nixed because he might not pass his physical, according to the Tampa Bay Times yesterday. So that's interesting. But yeah, San Diego, well, Tommy Pham would be good on San Diego. I wonder what's wrong with the elbow, though. That's an interesting one. Okay, so guys, one more time, I'm going to go through what the break is. We're breaking these packs. As you guys just saw, we pulled 2 autos out of the last pack. So it's Panini Elite Extra Edition. You're guaranteed to get an auto. Isaac just got 2. One of them was a first-round draft pick auto, which was awesome. He got 2 first-round draft pick cards out of that thing. That pack was awesome. So a couple things. So a pack of this would be $30 shipped. Again, if you see anything else that you're into, I've got that Topps Chrome back there. I've got the Bowman, the Topps 2018 Series 2. We've got that. So if you're interested in any of this, kind of doing more of a personal break versus like a random spot break. Although if we really wanted to, we can, I can set up one like $5 fast break. It would be Topps Gallery, Topps Chrome, and Topps Holiday. We did one of those last week. People seem to be into it. So if you're interested, just let me know. If not, no big deal. We can hang out. I don't mind talking baseball, especially winter meetings week. But I do think I'm going to open one of these just to show you guys the relics. Well, and I can't guarantee. This one's got to have a relic in it. It's just way thicker than the rest of them. So I'm going to open this one. So you guys can see. Yeah, so yeah, David, it'll be interesting to see if that trade goes through or not. The Padres are claiming there could be issues about Pham's health, while the Rays are saying there's nothing amiss or that the Padres didn't know. Specifically, according to the Padres, there are a few final questions about the condition of Pham's elbow, which was examined over the weekend by a specialist in Texas. When we made the deal with the Rays, we've put a couple different contingencies in. We're still working through some of the final details, but hope to have some clarity on that within the next 24 hours. So that would be interesting. Now, what the Rays are saying is, as far as they were concerned, the deal was very much done. It's final. Ninder said, I don't have any reason to believe that it wouldn't be. So sounds to me like the Padres and the Rays are going at it a little bit. That's interesting. Isaac, if you want another spot, I'm not going to open this one. If you want to, no pressure, but if you do, you kind of know what the break is. So, and I trust you on payment. So just let me know one way or another. But I won't open that one until you let me know, because I don't want to take one if that's the one that you wanted. The other thing is my feel like my lighting's really dark tonight. Oh, maybe it's just because I had that pack. Yeah, I would love if the Padres put in a. I would love it if the Padres actually gave the Dodgers a run for their money. The Dodgers have just dominated the West for so long, and I don't see any end in sight for that. They just spend more money than everyone else. The Giants, I think, could give them a run, but the Giants have kind of stopped spending money, and I don't think the poor Giants know what to do with Bumgarner. If I'm the Giants, I've always thought that if a team is stuck going, what do we do with this guy? Like, yes, we get that he's a fan favorite. He's won World Series for us. But you got to look at, like, the Patriots in football. You got to cut bait when you got to cut bait. And, you know, I think they're stuck in the Bumgarner doldrums. Bumgarner is a great pitcher, but he single-handedly is not going to win the Giants a World Series. So I don't know what the Giants are doing. The Padres are the only team I think that could give the Dodgers a run for their money. But they've got to develop that talent. I do think that the Padres with Fernando Tatis, when he was healthy, he was one of the top 3 hitters in all the National League last year. And by the way, he's really young. Those Tatis rookie cards you guys have, it's amazing how when he got injured last year, which was not a severe injury or anything that will affect his long-term career. It's amazing how fast his card value went down. It is going to skyrocket next year again. At least that's what I think, because he's way too good. And then they've got Machado. I mean, they've got some players. They've got a young pipeline. They are the Astros of 3 or 4 years ago. Hey, Isaac, you're getting another one. That is fantastic. I will wait on, and you just let, well, here, we'll do this. I think this was the, here, I'll do it this way. I'll show them loose so you can kind of see the thickness, because there are different thicknesses on these. And we'll do it left to right again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that'll be kind of, so just let me know which one you want. Yeah, these are, hey, Jaffa, what's going on? We are breaking 2019 Panini Elite Extra Edition. It's a hobby box. There's 8 autos in this box. Isaac is getting in twice on this. Isaac bought the first one. He got 2 autos. One of them was a first-round draft pick. So that's what the break is tonight. If anyone wants in, the PayPal's on screen. Be sure to use friends and family if you can. And then, and the reason, by the way, the reason everyone says friends and family is you get charged a fee if you don't. And it's kind of like, it's just giving PayPal money. And then and the reason like shipping goes up on a lot of this stuff is a lot of people try and cover the fee for that. Okay, Isaac is saying number 2 again, so we're going to do this one. Yeah, and David, Mad Bum has regressed. I mean, if you look at his numbers 3 years ago compared to now, I think the big thing is injuries have gotten him more. But when he's on, he's still, I mean, on most teams, he's a number 1, maybe even a number 2 starter still when he's healthy. I would put him as a number 2, but Bumgarner, especially this late in his career, I would actually like to see Bumgarner go to a competitive team like, I'm trying to think what a good team would be. But like actually Bumgarner on the Nationals to go try and win another one and do back-to-back. That would be a fun thing to watch. So Isaac, you are going to get a relic out of here. So we'll do this kind of like we did it last time. Look at, you can tell that I never use scissors to cut packs because I have no idea how to cut a pack with scissors. You would think I would know how to after all of the, there we go. After all of the breaks I've watched Urban do. So here we go. We're going to go like this. Our first, we'll do the reveal on this again. I kind of like doing that last time. So our first one is going to be numbered. So this will be one of the base ones. This is 324 out of 999. And we've got a second round draft pick, Matt Cantorino. This is of the Twins. So he's a pitcher, and basically what it says here, from the moment he arrived at Rice and finished his time at the school with a 3.30 ERA over 3 seasons and more than 100 strikeouts each season, which, by the way, in college, 100 strikeouts in a season is really good. Digging that kind of consistency, Minnesota came calling for the right-hander in the second round of the 2019 draft. So he was drafted 54th overall, pitched for Rice. So that is a nice, so that's going to be numbered to 999. And we've got, give me a second here. There we go. And I'm just going to put every one of these cards into a top loader. Only because it's kind of a nice high-end short print or short production run set. These cards are thick too. Kind of like my little setup right here too. So there we go. We've got a second round draft pick. Our next card is going to be, so this is the collegiate ticket. This is Adley Rutschman. Look at that. This is awesome. Adley Rutschman is a freshman in 2017. Rutschman played baseball and served as a place kicker for Oregon State football squad. The following season, he only played baseball. Turned out to be a smart decision. The catcher was named the College World Series Most Outstanding Player after setting a record with 17 hits during the Beavers' run. One other thing about Mr. Rutschman, he was the first overall pick in the 2019 draft. And this is the college ticket insert. And I believe, being that it is orange, let's go back to the checklist. But this is collegiate ticket. Collegiate ticket. Hollow gold and gold vinyl. The gold are numbered, well, it says out of 10, but what's weird is this does not have a number on it. But this is definitely not hollow. This is definitely gold, or some might call it orange. But as you look at it live, I don't know. But so here is what you have. A first, either way, that is the first round pick. But yeah, when you look at the collegiate tickets, this is card number 1. Let's see here. Collegiate ticket, Beavers. Let's see here. What's interesting is, you know, I'm on Beckett. I might go to a different one. This is not national team. It says card number 1, but then you look on here and it says CTAR. There is no like card number 1. But anyways, see, you can see the number on here. If you go to the Beckett site, it is calling this Collegiate Tickets Checklist. That's definitely collegiate tickets, and it just says number 1. So they must not have updated that yet. But Adley Rutschman, number 1, sweet card. Congratulations, Isaac. That's a nice card. We're going to get this top loaded for you. I'm going to stop twirling it around in circles. So there we go. The other thing is, it's very chrome. Kind of got that same thing that a lot of the Topps chrome, very shiny. I like that. Truth be told, if this isn't fire, I don't know what is. That's the number 1 draft pick, Adley Rutschman. That is sweet. We're going to put him right up front. And by the way, we still have 3 cards left. Then we've got our next card, which I think is going to be a relic. Oh, no, it's going to fake us out. So it's the fake out card. I got one of these in my last one, so I thought it was going to be a relic, but unless this is a blank back, that is the fake out card. So you are still going to get 3 cards in here, but there is no relic, which means there's probably 2 autos in here. So we'll see what we get. It will be, our next one is an on-card auto of Shane Sasaki of Tampa Bay. So this is your second Tampa Bay. I think you got the Tampa Bay Rays in the last one. Kind of a cool looking auto here. So this one, as soon as I get this top loaded, I want to be real careful. Come on. There we go. It's a 3rd round draft pick, number 99 overall. Tampa Bay reached halfway across the globe for its 3rd round pick in 2019, taking Sasaki out of Honolulu's Iolani High School. The speedy outfielder was beside himself with glee, hoping to become the next big thing from the small island. It's something I've dreamed of since I was a kid, so this experience is unreal to me. So, nice auto for Tampa Bay. So that is Isaac's 3rd auto of the night. That is a sweet one as well. 3rd round pick. So this box has actually started out really hot. We've got 3 autos. Okay, so hold on. So let's do our next one. We've got our next one. Another auto, Brandon Lewis of the Dodgers. And this is going to be a 4th round draft pick, 131 overall. So this is another auto. This is another on-card auto. So Isaac is up to 4 autos on the night. Congratulations on that, Isaac. That is exactly what you want out of these packs. 2 autos. We didn't pull any parallel auto out of this pack, which is a little bit of a bummer, but we did pull the Adley Rutschman, which kind of more than makes up for that. I tell you, these cards are really thick. Let's see what it says here about good old Brandon Lewis, Southern California native from Granada Hills. I've spent some time in Granada Hills. Lewis first attended Los Angeles Pierce College before transferring to UC Irvine. I lived in the shadow of UC Irvine for years and years and years in a city called Costa Mesa, where he hit .315 with the team leading 14 home runs in 2019. Wanted to keep him close to home. LA chose the power-hitting infielder in the 4th round of the draft. So, he played for UC Irvine, which is the second best team in Orange County, California, out of the collegiate program. Cal State Fullerton being number 1. And then let's see here. Our last card, which is going to be a parallel card. This is going to be, where are we at here? I'm having such a hard time. It's going to be the purple. Okay, yeah, it's so hard to tell. Oh, look at this. This is the Purple Aspirations. This is a Cody Hosey. Hossey? That's got to be Hosey, right? There we go. And this is the Purple Aspiration. So this is numbered, I'm trying to read that on there. This is numbered 8 out of 250. It's really hard to see. But that is numbered 8 out of 250. Let's see when Cody was drafted. Oh, it's another 1st round draft pick by the Dodgers. And actually, I think this might be the Angels, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Jose arrived in LA ready to meet expectations, which, according to the infielder, are quite lofty. After getting drafted in 2019, he spoke with on the phone with the team's director of amateur scouting, Billy Gasparanio. He said, "We have a lot of the Rookie of the Years out here, so be ready to do that. No problem, boss." So wait, this must be Dodgers. So anyways, look at that card. Purple Aspirations. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but you know it's Aspirations because it says Aspirations all throughout the back of the card. I'm going to try and pick that up. These cards just pop. So that is a sweet, sweet, That is another sweet pack for Isaac. Isaac, congratulations on the 4 autos tonight. That is really cool. And congratulations on the #1 pick of the 2019 draft. And you've been pulling first rounders in these first 2 packs, first rounders all night. So that's awesome. So you guys, if anyone wants, we've got 3. I've got 8 more packs of these. I'm going to put Isaac on this one too. So let me just, I guess I could put it in that same stack, but I've got a system on my end. so anyways, we're going to put Isaac. Isaac, these are all, I might actually, here, we're going to display. We're going to just display him. Yeah, I mean they are really nice cards. I actually think outside of Chronicles had some really sweet cards in it that what were they called? The Obsidian cards. Holy smokes, the Obsidian cards are awesome. The neat thing about these is because Panini is allowed to use a lot of the college and international uniforms, you actually still do get logos on here. Obviously, some of them they have to take away, but you do get some of the collegiate, which is really nice. So a few Dodgers hits, which is kind of cool. And then this Brandon Lewis, actually, that's the one that might actually be an Angel, but they've done this whole card up to look Dodgers, but maybe they're trying to fake me out here. But when it talks about UC Irvine and Granada Hills, that's all. Well, Granada Hills is LA County, but UC Irvine is right in the heart of Orange County. So yeah, hey Paulie, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. We do have an additional update. Thank you for reminding me. I totally did not even think about that. Isaac, hold on. For your bonus pack. Again, 1, 2, 3, or 4 from left to right. I was so busy looking at the Adley card, which is that card's sweet. David, you did not miss it. David, thank you very much for the reminder. I would have, I was going nuts about 4 autos already. So for anyone that just joined, what we're doing is we're kind of doing some personal breaks tonight, but we're also breaking a box of Panini Elite Extra Edition. Every box is guaranteed to have at least 1 autograph. Isaac has bought 2 packs. He already has 4 autographs. Some packs have more than 1 autograph. So we know that there's 1 pack in there that has 2 autographs. Last pack Magics. Okay, so we're going number 4 right here. So we'll see what we can find in here for Isaac. So for anyone that buys in, it's $30 shipped. There's only 5 packs in the whole box, so we're just selling packs at a time. And then for anyone that buys into a spot, thank you, David, for the reminder. I am throwing in just an extra pack of Topps Update as kind of just a bonus for buying in. And here's what we're going to get out of this one. We'll move our reveal card here. Nathan Eovaldi, Red Sox. There's a base. Oh, this is nice. A base Michael Chavis, depending on who you ask. One of these days we will get a consensus. I think it's Chavis. But there's a Michael Chavis base rookie card out of Update. That's a nice one. Not a rookie debut or anything like that. Marwin Gonzalez. You've got Sky Bolt. There's the rookie card. A lot of people are liking this card, I think, has a Sky Bolt's name. I don't know much about Sky Bolt, to be honest with you, but there's a Sky Bolt rookie. We will sleeve up the rookies for you, Isaac. And then we've got Neil Walker. Trent Thornton, that's a rookie card for the Blue Jays. What, I don't know why I wanted to say Braves there, but I did. Looks like there's going to be a color card coming up here in a little bit. Miguel Castro of the Orioles, Adam Ottavino, Yankees, Brad Hand All-Star. And here is our... It's going to be a gold rookie card of Josh Van Meter for the Reds. This will be numbered 186 out of 219. So the gold parallel. Nice little rookie parallel card of Josh Van Meter. Stemmers, you can get in this. The break is... It's a little more expensive than my typical breaks tonight, but we're breaking a box of a Panini Elite Extra Edition. It's basically $30. There's only 5 packs in the box. We're doing each pack for $30 a spot. Plus you get a Topps Update pack just as a bonus. That is $30 shipped. So there's no need to add shipping. You are guaranteed to get at least one auto. Isaac already has 4 tonight, so that's kind of awesome. Here's a Wilmer Flores. Isaac also pulled #1 draft pick collegiate ticket, Adley Rutschman. So that was a sweet card too. He's got 4 autos, so they are a very nice. Here's Pedro Avila. It's a very nice set. Cards are shiny, cards are autographed, tons of parallels. So if you want in, you can PayPal that D Phillips 949 that you see on the screen. Here's a Ty France rookie card, so tons of rookie cards in this pack. But that's what Topps Update is about, tons of rookie cards. So it's always fun. Tommy Cannell. Oh, and a Luis Arise. Oh, don't drop it. There's a Luis Arise. Luis Arise might be my favorite rookie out of all the update sets. I'm hoping for big things from Arise. So Michael Chavis, a Luis Arise, and then finally there's the 14 home runs in April. That is a Christian Yelich. So that another nice update pack with a few nice rookies in there. Thank you again, Isaac, for buying in. Hey, Clark, what's going on? Thanks for joining. So, yeah, so, Stemmers, just I'll kind of show you what Isaac has pulled so far. It's kind of I think Bowman draft, but a lot more autographs, a lot fewer cards, a lot more. This is the one I got to look up because I think this is numbered to 20. By the way, every one of these cards is, well, Isaac, no problem. Thank you for buying in. Every one of these cards, they're all numbered to $9.99 or less. Here's an autograph he pulled, 11 out of 25. You can see that's right in the middle there. 11 out of 25. Logan O'Hope. This is a hidden gem. I still have to figure out what insert this is. I cannot find this on any of the checklists. But I will find it because this is interesting. There's autographed relics in this thing. He pulled a Greg Jones from Tampa Bay. This was a first round 22nd overall. This is an on-card auto of Greg Jones. There's a 75 out of 75. This is Oslavias Basabi. And he is a free agent from the Dominican, from Venezuela. Sorry, not the Dominican. But this is the blue status die cut parallel. It's a die cut card there, in case you can't tell. Really sweet die cut card. Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson was a first round pick for the Cardinals. So this is another nice one. This one's numbered 481 out of 999. Wesley Zapata. That's a cool name, man. This card was designed to be autoed. This was supposed to be autoed, I'm telling you. But anyways, that's a 206 out of 99. This is out of the Dominican Prospect League, which Panini has an exclusive right to. There's Cody Hosey. This is the Aspirations card out of 250. He was also a first-round pick for the Dodgers this year. Shane Sasaki, he was a third-round pick for Tampa Bay. Matt Cantorino, second-round pick for Minnesota, and Brandon Lewis. That's the other auto. And then we've got the collegiate ticket. So there's nothing but, I mean, we can say I'm pulling fire, but it's really that there's nothing but fire in these packs. So with that being said, if anyone wants to buy in, you can get on on my PayPal account. It's linked in the video description. It's also on screen. And then the other thing, Stemmers, just as you were asking, if you see anything else on screen, I'm doing kind of personals of everything that is on here. So, and I can kind of break and splice anything 2 ways from Sunday for you. But if you want in on the Panini Elite Extra Edition, it's guaranteed to have one auto. The Relics, it does have 2 Relics in there. The Relics are no slouches. That's a C.J. Abrams first-round material. He was a 6th-round pick. You could tell he's a 6th-round pick by the die cut on the gigantic patch that's behind it, and that card's also numbered to 49. So really cool set. So just let me know. And we've been talking a little bit of baseball tonight, talking about the winter meetings. So lots of lots of stuff at the winter meetings happening. I am now really interested to know about the Tommy Pham trade and know if that's going to go through. I remember seeing that Tommy Pham had been traded, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. But now it'll be interesting to see if that trade gets vetoed because of his elbow. I hope his elbow isn't bad, though. Tommy Pham did great for me in my fantasy baseball league. He was a great kind of mid to late round pickup, but a lot of people that weren't on a lot of people's radar. He did great all year. Tommy Pham is a good player. So, other than that, it'll be interesting to see where Cole goes. Didi Gregorius is now a Philly, so Didi and Bryce Harper will be playing side by side. Zach Wheeler's out there. So the Phillies are loading up because they better do something with Bryce Harper. They're trying as hard as they can to get Bryce Harper. So we'll see what happens there. And it's so yeah, overall it'll be interesting. There was one other thing I wanted to show you guys, just as a shout out to someone that you guys all know. But he did me a huge solid. As you guys all know Philip. Most of you guys in here are regulars, I'm assuming. Hey, O-Peachy, what's going on? Thanks for joining. But I'm sure most of you guys know Philip. He's now going by the name Stash on a lot of channels. But a while back, when I say a while back, this is probably 4 or 5 weeks ago, I was watching one of his streams and we made a trade. I had a Chavis, any way you want to say it, rookie card. This is kind of right after Topps update came out, and I'd pulled the silver pack card of his, and he was online and he was showing a few cards. I kind of hit him up about it because he had a Shohei Ohtani card that was a top loader that I didn't have from Heritage. And so we ended up making a trade. Now, Philip, I don't think normally sells cards. He will send cards out and trade cards, and he may sell from time to time, but for the most part, I don't think he does a ton of selling. So, anyways, I sent him the card a while back, and he was having trouble finding a top loader, and I think he felt kind of bad. about the fact that it had been a while since we had made the trade. So I finally got in the mail, I think this was yesterday, I did get the Shohei. He mailed it to me in a giant top loader, which I have the same problem. I buy these giant top loaders. You can see how big that is compared to the actual card itself. But that is a beautiful Shohei. But I think, and this is, as you guys know, I collect a lot of Angels cards. It's rare that I get rid of Angels cards. I will if I have a few duplicates or whatever, but I know I didn't have this one. So this is going to make a great addition. I am going to find a top loader that maybe fits a little better, but I get it. I have a bunch of these 6x9 ones too, and then you don't realize that that is a 3x5. But as a kind of a, now here's why Philip is awesome. As kind of a, so I still have the mail package here. As kind of a, what I'm going to say is maybe a sorry for the wait time. He mailed me a few extra cards. He did not have to do this. I think in the package I sent him, I may have put something extra in there. I'm not the type that generally does that because I think it sets a precedent for now I need to do it every time. Every once in a while I will, but I don't do it every time. But I'll show you guys some of these cards he sent me, and this is why Philip is awesome, and this is why this community is awesome, and this is why we need more people like Philip to join and kind of add to the overall community. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is out of the new Bowman draft, Bowman 30th anniversary, Shohei Ohtani insert. So this is an awesome one because it's a refractor. Then he sent me, I mean, this is just nuts, the Babe Ruth Shohei Ohtani. I'm pretty sure this is the Donruss Diamond Kings past and present card from, if it's, I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, this is 2018. So that is basically a Shohei Ohtani rookie. Then he sent me an artist proof of Shohei Ohtani rookie card. I mean, just insane. He didn't need to do any of this. This is Diamond Kings baseball. It's just insane that he did all this, and that is an artist proof, which is awesome. The Topps Chrome Freshman Flash rookie card of Shohei Ohtani. I mean, apparently that's a $4 card. I don't know that it still is, but so that you've got the Topps Chrome. Then there's the Bowman. I'm pretty sure this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is 2019. Right, so this is 2019 Bowman, Shohei Ohtani. There's the rookie card, the 83 insert of Shohei Ohtani. So he just sends me this giant Shohei Ohtani lot. Really want to send a shout out to him. I am going to do it like a video of this. Because this is just a sweet care package. But then, not to be outdone, because he knows I'm an Angels fan, he sends me a Topps Chrome update rookie card of David Fletcher, and this is numbered to 50, and this is an auto. This is all for a card that was worth way less than everything that he sent to me. And then he rounded it out with a Mike Trout, because if you're going to send an Angel fan something, it's almost like you're required to send a Mike Trout. But sends a Mike Trout, and this is out of the 2019 Bowman Platinum, which, interestingly enough, I opened a lot of this earlier this year, and I don't think I have this card. A lot of these, I know I don't have this card. I don't have this card. So this is, and I have not opened a bunch of Bowman draft yet, so I know I don't have that card. So you sent me a bunch of cards I needed, of cards that I liked. I haven't seen them in the last few days either, Truth. So it's interesting. So yeah, he did this. So you guys make sure, I know most of you guys are probably subscribed to him, but for anyone that watches this video later, and I'm going to make a video, I'm going to give him a real nice shout out for this. That's why I saved the package. Because there was no, I mean, we literally just made a baseball card trade and he hooked me up. And if you watch his channel, I mean, he he has reached out to other online communities. He knows a lot of people. He's a really nice guy. You guys just make sure you support him and support all the people that do good for, you know, you hear a lot of people talk about the community and all this, but there are some people that I think are truly actually living that, which is awesome. And make sure you support those guys. I think it's really worth supporting all those people. There's a few people out there that are Aranya. He's another one that is just a real good guy, really likes the collecting. He does a lot of nice things for a lot of different channels and people. So those are the people we want to support. And those are something that we all can aspire to be to, or to be. So anyways, I am, only because I'm itching to open another one of these. Yeah, Clark. Philip's a good guy. Plus, but by the way, he's called Philip, but he's going by Stash, which Stash is, I get why he's going by Stash, but it is hilarious. I liked it more when he was Philip, but that's just me. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, again, guys, it's $30 a spot to get into the Panini Elite Extra Edition. Again, if there's anything else on here, like the update series, I think you guys know what most of this stuff is. I should probably move this, only because it's already open. 2018 update series, Series 2, Topps Chrome update, Topps Chrome, Gallery, Topps update. I've got most everything. The one thing I don't have is that Bowman draft stuff. I've got a package coming. Where I order my stuff from, it takes a little bit longer, which is irritating, but I also like the prices I get, and because I get loyalty rewards, I get it even a little bit lower. So if I have to wait a week, I have to wait a week. I'm hoping it shows up tomorrow, but we'll see. My loyalty rewards are only like $5 to $10 a box, but so maybe that's not actually worth it for it to show up a week late. So let's see. Here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, then that's the whole thing. So he's been busy at work. Yeah, the holidays I think make everyone a little bit busy. I know that I've been debating if I'm going to actually do a break next week, because next week is Christmas wrapping time. I know that I've got a lot of wrapping and stuff I got to do, which I could spend time packaging up a break, or I could spend time wrapping. My wife would very much appreciate it if I helped her wrap. I think we've got most everything bought though for the kids. Now it's just buying for, I don't know what to buy for my in-laws. I always know what to buy for my father-in-law, because he's like an engineer, mad scientist type guy. He has been really into 3D printing. So I bought him a bunch of filament for his 3D printer, and if you've ever bought filament for a 3D printer, that stuff is not cheap. But so anyone that's into that stuff, they would love that. And he likes all sorts of different things. I remember one year when I first met him, I bought him like this bulk, like 500 bungee cords. And my wife, who I don't even think we were married at the time. I think we were engaged. And she said, you're not really going to give him 500 bungee cords. I go, trust me, every guy, especially people like your dad, they're going to love the bungee cords. They're going to love them. And she didn't believe me. And then when he opened up those bungee cords on Christmas Day, that was his favorite gift. It wasn't even close. He still uses those bungee cords all the time. I mean, there was a ton of them, and they were all sorts of different sizes, from like the 6-inch ones to like the 6-foot ones, and they're all sorts of. It was something I found on Amazon a long time ago. They probably still sell them on there, but he still uses them all the time, and so he's easy to buy for. It's my mother-in-law, who is a typical Midwest housewife, very sweet, very affectionate, very nice lady, very selfless, but she's really hard to buy gifts for. But we'll figure something out for her. The kids said, we like it when she makes us pancakes. So I said, well, you should get her a bunch of pancake mix and get her spatulas to flip. So they did that. So it's cute. Hopefully she's not watching this because I just said what her Christmas gift was. But anyways, yeah, Jaffa, when's the next time you're going to be back? When's the next time you're going to be back in the U.S.? And then the next, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and pull one of the relics out of here. One of these has to, it's got to be, sometimes, I'm like doing pack searching right now. I don't know that it's that one. It's got to be one of these two. I'm going to go with one of these two guys. Okay, I'm going to open another one of these. So there's only 2 packs left. I'm hoping I get another one of those first round materials. I'm hoping I do. And since I'm opening this pack, I'm going to just rip it instead of cut it. It does look like we have a relic in here. The relic is thick. That's good. So let's see. Probably by February. Oh wow, February. So here we go. The first card, here I'll do the reveals again. The first card is going to be Gabriel Moreno, who's a free agent from Venezuela. This is going to be a base card. It's going to be Gabriel Moreno from Toronto, numbered 722 out of 999. I will say one thing. These cards, the base cards, fingerprint real easy. Don't know much about Gabriel Moreno. Moreno was assigned to Class A Lansing to begin the 2019 campaign. Finally, the highly touted backstop had the chance to flout his mighty stick above the rookie level, where he slugged .575 the year before. He was more than happy to show off, collecting a single triple and a homer in his first game. So, Moreno actually sounds like he might be a decent prospect. I'll have to do more research on him. That's one thing. Once you start doing the research on some of these players, you find out kind of who's good and who's maybe more of a long shot. And then we've got, this one's going to be the 99. This is another one of the Dominican Prospect League cards. This is Jay Vargas. And I'm pretty sure Jay Vargas is actually signed now. But this is 80 out of 99. And this is the, I'm pretty sure they're going to call this the red status, what do they call this? I go back. This is technically, there are so many different ones. So, red status die cut to 99, right. So he is, let's see, one of the most complete talents on the international stage. Vargas has made a splash in the Dominican Prospect League in 2019, and scouts quickly took notice. He's now poised for a shimmering future at the sport's highest level. A shimmering future. I have no idea what a shimmering future would look like. I'm assuming it would shimmer. But it's not a shining future, it's a shimmering future. I used to be a writer. I get when you've run out of words. You just start making words up. So that is our second one. Now I think we're going to have our patch relic come out of here. And it's going to be Bobby Dalbec, and that is a dual patch. Wow, look at that. That is numbered 85 out of 99. Bobby Dalbec. This is for the Red Sox. And this is the prospect materials. So these are people that are already kind of moving up the prospect chain. These are not draft picks, but they're moving up the chain. doesn't say much about him on the back, but the prospect materials. This is the, let's see, first round materials, prospect materials. There's 25 cards. So then this is the gold parallel, and that is numbered to 99. So that's a nice little relic right there. Jaffa, I did get the I-bar. And I did actually record the video. I just haven't posted it yet. I record, when I do my pre-recorded stuff, I normally record like 4 or 5 of them at a time, and then I slow drip them. I'm going to have to do more research on Bobby Dalbec. This is a really thick. So, and I'm going to need, what did I do with? So that video will probably go live here in the next, it'll be live within the next week or so. I recorded it along with some stuff from Urban, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, but now after I opened up the mail from, I'm going to have to record one for Philip as well. Or should we say Stash? So I have these cool, is this one going to fit in here? I don't think this is, yeah, I'm going to need a bigger one. I tell you what. I have a bigger one, but that box isn't open yet, so I'm just going to wait on that because we got more cards. Okay, so this is a personal one for me. It looks like there's going to be another. Let's see. This one should have it. This is probably our auto. It is. It is a sticker auto of John this is going to be a tough one for me. Puero? I'm assuming that's Puero. Or it's not Puguero or Paguero. Jaffa could probably let me know. Puero is, I think, how we would say that. So this is a Dominican Prospect League auto, one of the most complete talents on the international stage. You know, I think we've read that somewhere. Made a splash in the Dominican Prospect League, and scouts quickly took notice. Are we? I mean, hold on. So I'm gonna show you guys something. This says almost exactly the same thing. In fact, it does. Watch this on the back of these cards. I don't know if you guys can read this. Pagero. Pagiro. Okay. Look at this on the back of these cards. One of the most complete talents on the international stage, Vargas, or Pagiro, made a splash in the Dominican Prospect League in 2019, and scouts quickly took notice. Following that crucial step on the baseball ladder, he is now poised for a shimmering future at the sport's highest level. So it says the same exact thing about 2 different players on the back of these cards. Oh, no, Jeff is telling me, Pagiro? Like ghetto. Oh, so, Pagero. Ghetto like ghetto. Oh, Jaffa. Growing up in Southern California, you would think I would know Spanish better than I did. A bit better than I do. But I took Spanish for 2 years. And in high school, the Spanish teacher finally kicked me out. She said, you know, you might not be picking this up. And I was like, yeah. And my parents were like, no, you got to learn Spanish. And I ended up writing for my high school newspaper instead. I just wasn't any good at Spanish. I think when you take Spanish classes in America, they want to give you a Spanish name. And so if your name is John, they want you to be Juan. They will call you Juan in class. And then with me, they were like, well, Dustin doesn't really translate to Spanish, so you can come up with any name that you want. And right then I was like, wait, my name doesn't even translate to Spanish. Like, so in other words, if I went to Spanish, or if I went to Mexico, if I went to Spain, or if I went to any other place that speaks Spanish, they would call me Dustin. And I was like, so why can't you just call me Dustin? Because, you know, I get that they might say it with an accent. It might be Dustin. It might be something else. But they go, no, you must have a Spanish name. So I chose Pancho. I don't know why I chose Pancho. I think it's probably because Pancho was the name that got used all the time in music and in Westerns. So I just figured I would be Pancho. And then my Spanish teacher didn't like me that much. So then I went and wrote for the newspaper. By the way, our last card here is going to be Ismael Mena. This is a San Diego Padre. This is going to be a Purple Aspirations parallel numbered 141 out of 250. He was signed as a free agent out of the Dominican Republic in 2019. And should be starring in Southern California in short order, and has and not just at the plate of the bases. He boasts the versatility to sizzle in left, center, or right field. Yeah. She basically did kick me out. But by the way, I was much more suited to write for the high school newspaper. I actually was really good at writing. I've been paid to write for years and years and years. I've written for magazines, mostly in the music world. But like by the time, I think that was my sophomore year in high school, by the time I was a senior, I was the editor of the newspaper. I was, our newspaper that year won best high school newspaper in all of California. We were doing editorial stuff at a high school age, way before it became kind of the norm in our media nowadays, where everything is editorial. You don't actually get news anywhere. I'm not using the term fake news. It's just everything is opinionated, or skewed. And we were doing the same thing way back in 1996 for our high school newspaper. But we were doing it as very high schoolish. So it was kind of fun. But yeah, we did. I actually wrote a lot of sports articles. And I had a beef with the high school football coach. And that year, our senior year, we were really good. But up until that point, we weren't very good. But our senior year, we beat national powerhouse Modern Day. If you guys follow high school football at all, you probably know who Modern Day is. Modern Day, you have seen a lot of NFL talent come out of that school. But our senior year, we beat them. But all the way back in 8th grade, I had that football coach as a PE teacher in 8th grade. And he hated me and I hated him. I hated most of my teachers, by the way. So I used to write articles about, I used to write editorialized articles about the football team and about how they were overrated and about how the coach is actually full of himself and thinks he's this great thing. All the meanwhile, everyone at the school loved the football team because they were winning, they were beating everyone. Needless to say, I was not all that popular with the football crowd. But when you grow up in Southern California, that it is not as big of a deal to be a pariah with the football crowd and the cheerleader crowd. There in Southern California, there's the hacky sacking and surfing crowd too, which is a bigger contingency than football people. So anyways, just a fun little story there. But yeah, it was probably good that they kicked me out of Spanish. I would have struggled through that, and I knew enough. I had enough friends that spoke Spanish, either for the fact that they grew up in Mexico and were first generation immigrants to America that I knew, that I could just say, hey, what is this person saying? So they, they let me know what people were saying. When you grow up in Southern California, so many people speak Spanish that you actually don't need to know how to speak Spanish. You just need to know someone who does. So anyways, Clark, you're a copywriter. Nowadays, I am not a copywriter anymore. I still do some freelance stuff from time to time. I'm actually a producer for for IBM. I went into the world of production project management in a few years back, and I've been doing that. So, but I still work for IBM. I actually still work in their creative division. Well, I call it their creative division. It's actually their customer experience division, but it's very much like working at an agency. But yeah, with copywriting, I have written literally thousands of radio spots back in the day. I've written television spots. I've written jingles. I've written white papers. I've written, you name it. Brochure copy. Brochure copies was always fun. I liked writing brochure copy. Very much like writing on the back of a baseball card. You just come up with so many adjectives to make this sound so cool. And radio spots were always fun to write because they're challenging. You have to really, it's hard to write a good radio spot. And that's how I got into production too, because I started writing them and taking them to our studio to produce them and decided I really like doing this stuff too. So I know a lot about studio production. I know a lot about production in general. So yeah. So anyways, guys, we're coming up on 11. I'm going to make the rounds one more time on this, and I do have 2 more packs of the Elite Extra Edition. There should be there are 3 autos left in the box, and there is 1 relic left in the box. So I can do these for $30 shipped. And then if there's anything else, I was thinking to do like corners out of this guy. I don't know if you guys can see this, out of this guy right here. That's Top Series 2. That's a bat down Acuna. I can do corners out of that for $40 shipped. And then so that would be $40 shipped. I'm trying to think. There is the Topps update. This stuff just keeps going up and up and up and up. I have 2 of these. These were going on the Black Friday. On Black Friday, these were going on blowout cards. These were going for $40 or $39.99, I think it was. So I actually can do one of these shipped for $40. Tons of awesome rookies out of that. So anything so if you guys see anything on there that you're interested in, let me know and we can get cracking on some stuff. By the way, Isaac, for buying in, I'm going to throw, since I know you were kind of hunting for one of the relics, I'm going to throw the Bobby Dalbec in there in your package for you. I've got to get my big super thick top loader here. I'll open these right now for you, because the other top loaders I had open, I don't think it's going to fit in there, but I'm going to throw that in there for you, just for buying in and for being a patron member. So yeah, and by the way, for any of you guys that were in here, I work for her subsidiary, pushing pencils for the man. Yeah, I tell you, I almost took a job for, I forget what the company was called, but they were the people that published like Cat Fancy and Dog Fancy, and they did like a bunch of pet publications. But this would have been like, I'm not kidding, this would have been 15, 16, 17 years ago. And they offered me the job, and at the last minute, and they wanted me to write articles about, I do know a lot about aquarium and fish keeping in aquariums. I've just had them my whole life, and I've written a few freelance articles, and they got a hold of them and said, hey, love to have you write for us. I almost took that job, and then one day they had offered it to me. And so this was before you could just go on like places like Glassdoor and look up like what other people say about the company. The places like that didn't exist. So this one's going to you, Jaffa. Places like that didn't exist. But I tell you, I asked around, and everyone there was like, this place is so corporatized. And I was in my mid-20s. I was like, you know what? I probably need to stay in an agency environment. So yeah, guys. But since then, technically I'm not in the copywriting business, but I'm still in the creative field. I have two designers. Well, one's an art director, one's more of a designer. But we all kind of work as a team on our business development. So I've got content directors. But a lot of the stuff I do is, nowadays, it's like when you go into a new business pitch, how do you want to show up? So it's, do we want to have customized this, customized signage? Do we want to have customized leave behinds? And kind of that real high end, when you work for IBM, you're not pitching the local hairdresser, you're pitching Fortune 500 companies that want to spend millions and millions of dollars. So you got to show up that way. You got to show up like you mean it, and that you actually want these people's millions and millions of dollars. So, I've done everything from like metal die cut packaging to, I've done all sorts of different things. And I've been doing it for a long time. It's a young man's business. So yeah. Oh, did I say Jaffa? I meant Isaac. No, I am not famous, Isaac. That is definitely, I am the opposite of famous. I'm not infamous either, but I've always been someone that has been behind. I've always been someone that's been behind the scenes. I don't like being, I remember even when I first started streaming here a few months ago, I was like really nervous to do it just because I was like, like everyone's coming to my channel. Like, I just thought I was uneasy with it. So I remember the first time I did it, it was like kind of successful, but I remember being so nervous. For translation, Jaffa, every once in a while, I do need that. So if it comes up, I will hit you up. Because that does come up every once in a while. And I'll tell you what, if you've ever paid for translation services, and for it to be done right, like word for word, and with the nuances of like, well, there's one way to say this in English, there's one way to say it in Spanish, that's really expensive work. And if you can get into it, man, you can make a lot of money doing translation services. But there are a lot of companies that have that on lockdown already. But I'll hit you up for it, especially if it's something that's not like really long. Because every once in a while we do need to translate stuff. Yeah, no, the Fish Fancy magazines are just a small division of a much bigger corporation. So anyways, well, you guys, I think what I'm going to do here, this one's, by the way, yes, this is Isaac. If I said Jaffa, I apologize. So Isaac, that one's going to you, along with all the Tops update. So you actually have a nice little stack over here now. And being that I don't think I'm going to have a ton of shipping to do, I've got some eBay shipping I know I got to get caught up on. But I think what we'll do is we'll get this wrapped up here. And we will probably be on next week around... I will probably do one next week. It'll probably be Tuesday. We'll see. I think with the holidays... I haven't really decided yet, but the one thing, keep in mind before I do go, if any of you guys in here have not entered already, we're doing the 400 subscriber giveaway this week. Obviously, our Pokemon fans, that's for our kids. We actually have a couple Pokemon videos coming up. So there's the Oricorio GX, that's out of Cosmic Eclipse. We're giving away a $10 break credit, so we could have used that tonight. So this is part of our 400 subscriber giveaway, and then kind of the grand prize is that Chris Bryant patch auto numbered 9 out of 10. If you are not in it yet, please get in it. And then I posted a video earlier tonight that if you join our my Patreon page this week at any level, there's from $2 all the way up to $50. If you join at any level, you can actually get double your chances. So if you enter into this drawing, I'm actually going to put your name in twice. So you'll have double the chances of winning. We had a couple people, I know Tony and Zach both were both joined earlier today. So that's fantastic. 8 out of 5 out of 9, the ILTS, so hit me up. Oh, really? Jaffa, that's awesome. Yeah, so so I'll tell you what, I will definitely hit you up on that the next time it comes up. It doesn't come up all the time, but because we actually do work with our, we have two Mexico teams, one in Mexico City. Where's the other one? Where is the other one? I'm going to forget where it's at in Mexico. For some reason I want to say Monterrey, but I know it's not that. It's, but anyways, we do work with two of them down there. And a lot of times what they need is their stuff translated into English, but you actually need someone that understands the Spanish in order to translate it into English. And then vice versa, it kind of goes back the other way. So I will hit you up on that. But anyways, yeah, if you guys have not gotten into the 400 subscriber giveaway, please do that. And then check out that Patreon page too, because that will kind of double your chances to win. And the Patreon page actually gives you some pretty sweet perks that kind of depend on what level you're at. Obviously the different tiers you're at, the more you get. But that's been kind of growing steadily since, I think it's been open for 2-3 weeks now. So the Patreon page is growing steadily. It's all been kind of happening. We've had a nice slow growth, which I kind of like. And we've been growing the community, and a lot of that's thanks to you guys who are watching the stream. So I really want to put it out there. People like you, Truth, that will always help try and be the hype man for the break. That's always appreciated. All of our Patreon members, I really want to thank you guys for being part of the channel. And then we will get another break, hopefully going next week. If it's not next week, we'll do one the following week, and maybe the days change. With the holidays being around, people are busy, and I also understand money's tight for people around this time of year. So we will maybe find like a $5 break to get into, and then we'll go from there. And with that, guys, I think I am going to sign off. I'm not sure who else is on, but I'll probably be up for a little bit. I might see on some other channels. You guys always are welcome to hit me up with any questions. I hope you guys can throw over to first and hit that like button for me. And other than that, I hope you have a good rest of your week. And happy holidays, and good luck on all your pack ripping. With that, you guys, I think I'm going to say good night, and you guys take it easy.